Hello there, could I speak to Mr. or Mrs. Webster, please?
Yes, what is it?
Hi there, my name is John. I'm calling on behalf of Waste Disposal United Kingdom. And I've been forwarded your address and contact details from one of the people in your area. And it's just a kind of complaint we've had there, and it's my job just to give you a call there and discuss the matter with you.
What complaint from one of my neighbours?
Well, the complaint itself, there has been, we are from Waste Disposal UK, and we deal with all the waste in the area, and we dispose of all the waste in the area. And one of your neighbours has actually phoned us, and they have complained that you've been ordering a lot of Indian takeaways
Oh,
and...
don't talk shy.
Sorry, ma'am?
Hold on. I wouldn't order an Indian takeaway.
Well,
So I don't know what the hell you got this for.
well, it might not be a particular... Sorry? Hello, Mrs. Webster. This is John here again from Waste Disposal UK. This matter is not going to go away, and I'd appreciate your cooperation for the next couple of minutes.
Well, excuse me 1 minute. I do not order Indian food.
That is not the matter, Mrs. Webster. That is not the matter. Now, that is just an assumption that we have made because of the waste that is coming from your house, and we have pinpointed the waste in your house. And the first assumption that I can make is a large quantity of Indian food is being digested within your residence. Now, I don't know if it is bad cooking on your behalf that is making so much waste, or if you're ordering other food like Chinese food.
Hold on. Who gave you this complaint?
Well, that is 100 and...
Aye, 100% your ass.
No, sorry, ma'am.
I do not eat Indian food.
As I've said before, Mrs. Webster, that is not the issue in hand. Regardless of what you eat, when you eat, or how you eat is not the matter in question, Mrs. Webster. What the matter is that there's a large amount of faeces being taken from your house, and Waste Disposal UK is no longer going to deal with this matter.
Who are you calling from?
I'm calling from Waste Disposable United Kingdom. Now,
Waste Disposable United Kingdom.
that is correct, Mrs. Webster, yes. Now, I'd appreciate...
So, what are you on about?
Well, Mrs. Webster, as I've said on many occasions, we have had a complaint, and we have looked into the issue, and there is, I mean, you obviously are aware of how waste is disposed of, and there's large amounts of excrement, human excrement, coming from your house, more so than any other house in any area of your region. Now,
I'm sorry, it's not coming from this house.
well, Mrs. Webster, we are from Waste Disposal UK, and we know that it is coming from your residence. And now I would understand that I would appreciate your help here in the matter, and I would like to just solve this problem once and for all, so I don't get any more complaints. And you're arsing me about here, to be honest, Mrs. Webster. You're arsing me about, and I can't be
I'm not
fucked with
asking
it.
you about, you're asking me about.
I can't be fucked with your arsing about.
There is no waste coming from this house.
Mrs. Webster, I can appreciate where you're coming from, but in a
I don't appreciate where you're coming from.
well, in the
I
most
definitely
professional,
do not.
in the most professional manner possible, I cannot be
Don't
fucked
give
with
me
your
a
shite.
load of your crap.
I can't be fucked with your shite, Mrs. Webster. Now, stop ordering these damn curries, okay?
I do not order curries.
Well, it might
Have
be
you
your
got it?
shitey cooking then, Mrs. Webster. Is that what it is?
Sorry?
Is it your shitey cooking, Mrs. Webster?
No, that is not what it is, my shitey cooking.
Right.
You are one cheeky bandit. And I'm going to report you to somebody.
Ma'am, we work for Waste Disposal United Kingdom. We have more jurisdiction than the government.
Oh, don't talk a load of rubbish. I do not eat Indian food.
Right, well, Mrs. Webster, as
I
I've
do
said,
not make shitey food.
as I've said on many occasions, it is regardless of the matter. I mean, there is so much excrement coming from your house. It is
Not from
unbelievable.
my house, I can assure you.
Well, as I've said before, Mrs. Webster, we are Waste Disposable UK. We know that your feces are terribly large.
No, they are not.
Well, would you like to give me some picture evidence of that? Because we have evidence to suggest that
Come
there
in,
is.
go and shite, will you?
Aye, well, you're the one that's been shiting, Mrs. Webster. You're the one that's been shiting. And she hung up.